Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a family is searching for justice after a man was charged with the murder of Renata Bailey. And officials think this season might be on the safer side when it comes to holiday sickness.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Madison Carmouche, and today is Tuesday, December 3rd. We are at that 5:30 mark. Let's check in with meteorologist Megan Desmall for a look at your forecast this morning. Megan, if they're anything like us, they need to be bundled up this morning, huh?
Yes, definitely need to be bundled up. I feel like even if you like the colder weather, you still might think this is on the cold side. I mean, I wore 2 jackets on the way in, because those temperatures are brutal. We're looking at the 20s, 27 here in Hazard as well in Manchester and Jonesville. Even colder as you're heading towards Wise, 21 degrees, and it's 23 in Clintwood. Again, overall, it is a cold morning. You want to be prepared as you're heading out on the road. We had that snow come through. Those roads could be icy if some of it melted. Just be careful as you're driving in or driving out of the house today. And those temperatures aren't going to be warming up too much. We're going to be right above freezing for most of the area, but some places will not be as lucky. London will be right on that freezing mark. Clintwood and Grundy as well as Wise will be under that. So again, it's just going to be a cold day. A jacket's going to be needed all day long as you go through the rest of your Tuesday. But if you want to download that WYMT First Alert weather app so you can get information like that hour-by-hour forecast, well, there you go. 6 a.m. again, we're going to continue to see those clouds, but by the time we get past that noon hour, we'll see those clouds start to taper up, those temperatures starting to warm up as well as you're heading into your afternoon. Madison.
All right, Megan, thank you. A Madison County man is facing sex crime charges involving a young child. According to the criminal complaint for Dusty Bowling of Richmond, he faces charges of rape, sodomy, abuse, and criminal abuse. The complaint says the abuse happened while the child was living with Bowling. Bowling was arrested and taken to the Madison County Detention Center. He is being held on a $100,000 cash bond. One Letcher County man has been indicted on a murder charge. WYMT's Chandler Wilcox tells us about the case and how the victim's mother is reacting.
25-year-old Vincent Fleming of Mayking was charged with the murder of Renata Bailey. Police say the incident happened at a home on Box Rock Road in Letcher County. Bailey's cause of death was real blunt force trauma.
We're hoping that he does stand responsible for what he's done.
Smith says Bailey knew Fleming in high school and decided to spend more time with him in May.
She said that she wanted to be, stay with him more because she felt that he needed someone too, because she lost her husband in November of 2022.
Helping others was something Smith says made Bailey special. She was working to one day become a nurse. Now that her daughter is gone, Smith is looking for justice.
Honest opinion would be the death penalty if he is proven guilty. Because, I mean, he took one of the brightest stars that we've had in the family.
Vincent Fleming is scheduled to be arraigned in Letcher County Circuit Court on December 4th. He's being held at the Letcher County Jail. In Letcher County, Chandler Wilcox, WYMT Mountain News.
Fleming is being held on a $1 million cash bond. Kentucky State Police has not yet released what may have led to the incident. There were some thefts involving copper that occurred during the holiday weekend here in the mountains. Officials with Kinetic say multiple thefts happened near Jenkins in Letcher County, and in Clay County, crews responded to multiple cuts in Manchester during the weekend. A reward of up to $10,000 is being offered for information leading to the arrest and conviction of anyone found guilty of charges related to the thefts. In Laurel County, a woman accused of scamming several couples out of money is scheduled to appear in court today. Dakota Mackenzie Burns is facing charges of theft by deception. She is accused of not showing up to take pictures of couples or not delivering the ones she took. A preliminary hearing for Burns is set for 11 this morning. A Magoffin County man is facing charges after being accused of shoplifting at the Paintsville Walmart. Paintsville E911 members received a call on Friday. When police arrived, they noticed 39-year-old Scotty Marshall running out of the store and into the parking lot. After police followed Marshall to his vehicle, he reportedly waved a knife toward an officer's face and neck area. He was taken to the Big Sandy Regional Detention Center. In Powell County, inmates in the detention center work program will be staying warm this winter thanks to a generous donation. Magistrate J.L. Bowen and Sarah Hayden of Health Connections donated boxes of gloves and winter coats. The detention center says it will use the coats and gloves every day. And with so many outdoor projects, this donation is critical to keeping the work rolling and cost at a minimum to the taxpayers in the community. $100,000 was donated to provide Kentucky children with books through the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Through grant opportunities, the Kentucky Association of Health Plans presented the check that will help print and send books all throughout the state to help children start their own at-home libraries. First Lady Brittany Bashir attended the event. The Kentucky Department of Education is now accepting nominations for 2026 Teacher of the Year. Teachers can be nominated by students, parents, principals, or superintendents. In order to be eligible, you have to be a full-time public school teacher in the state with at least 3 years of experience. Nominations must be submitted by 6 p.m. on January 3rd. All nominated teachers will be invited to Frankfort to submit a formal application by February 15th. Health leaders in southern Kentucky are not expecting to see a big increase in sickness as we get into the holiday months. Numbers typically start increasing after and through the holiday season, and while health leaders do not expect a big jump this year, they say numbers will be higher than they are now. Tyler Caldwell with the Laurel County Health Department says he expects to see some sickness numbers go up as time goes on.
What we would expect to see are the trend to be similar to what it was last year. Later on, post Thanksgiving on into, the holidays, you'll see numbers start to increase.
Health leaders say the best advice is simply following what you were told when you were a small child. Wash your hands often to avoid getting sick. One former longtime Eastern Kentucky Commonwealth's attorney has died. Edison Banks served as Commonwealth's attorney for Letcher County for more than 20 years. He was the longest serving Republican officer holder in the county's history. In 2014, Banks received the Outstanding Commonwealth's Attorney Award. Banks was 64 years old. Attorney General Russell Coleman released a statement about Banks. He said, quote, Edison Banks dedicated more than 30 years of his life to public service and to the people of Letcher County, receiving the 2014 Outstanding Commonwealth's Attorney Award from then Attorney General Jack Conway. On behalf of Kentucky's entire prosecutorial community, we share our condolences with Mr. Banks' family and send our prayers for comfort at this difficult time. A well-known musician and Hazard native has died. Bernie Faulkner was a member of the popular band Exile in the late 1960s and early 70s, but his music career spanned more than 50 years as a singer, instrumentalist, songwriter, and producer. Before moving to Tennessee and founding 78 RPM Music, he managed Faulkner's car dealership in Hazard for many years. Faulkner died yesterday in Franklin, Tennessee at the age of 77. Arrangements have not been announced yet. Just ahead, sometimes a vending machine provides a little relief, but the giving machines in New York are providing that and more to people around the world.
And not one, but two cold fronts are on the way. I'll have more information coming up.
First